What is going on? James from Act Audio. So today we're going to talk about, should you solder in a car or not? My honest opinion, and everyone you ask is going to have a different opinion, and a lot of people believe that soldering is the only way or the best way or whatever it is. What I can tell you is you don't want to go to a shop that's using crimp caps, wire, I forget what they're called, but they have the little metal piece that cuts into the wire. You don't want to be using those. So what we do here at Act Audio is we have two preferred methods. So the first one is solder. We are required to solder under certain circumstances. If it's an exterior connection in the vehicle, or if it's an interior connection where the wire is broken, because I do not want that wire to come apart. But if I'm adding a wire to your existing circuit, which this is your existing circuit, I recommend my guys to do what's called a military splice. What is a military splice? You take the wire, so this is the wire in the car, and this is the wire we're gonna add. We open the wire up, right? Sometimes you wanna add a little extra. You can see that wire is now exposed. The insulation is stripped away from it. You take a pick tool, and if you're doing this in your car, you always want to make sure that the back side of the pick tool, there's no metal, especially if that wire is live, or if you're unsure, and you want to be safe, you disconnect the battery. So we open this wire up a bit, and we create a hole in the wire now. We take our new wire, we strip the end of it. We strip the end of it. We take the insulation off, just like that. And then with the existing wire in the car, we run it through that hole. We tuck it and we wrap it around. Right? Now this method of connection has many names. A military splice is one, poke and wrap is one, and there's another that I am not gonna say on video, but if you know what it is, feel free to put in the comments. So once we get that wire tightly wound around this, I do like to squeeze where I opened it just to make sure it is crimping down on the wire the best it can. We add a piece of tape, and using good quality tape is preferred because it's a little stretchier and you can get a nice tight wrap. It's a little hard to do when you're not in the car, but you can see now we've wrapped it. And then as an added layer of protection, we take a zip tie, we put it around the splice, and take a second one and put a little further down, and what those are called are stress relief zip ties. So then you want to flush cut, which I don't have my flush cuts on hand, so we're just going to cut, and I can tell you why you want to flush cut. See that little nub right there? That's like a razor blade. You stick your hand in that car, slice your hand right open. So always flush cut. If you're not flush cutting, you're not being considerate of the next person. So now we got this wire in our car, and it's a beautiful tight connection that's not going to go anywhere. And the reason we add the zip tie is because it's pressure relief. So if something pulls on it, it can pull that tape up and expose what you have. But the beauty of this is solder, it's not really reversible. I mean, it is, but it's not clean, it's not easy, and it's messy. So I can take this, you want it removed from your vehicle, I'm gonna cut the zip tie off, find the end of my tape here, remove it, and then I can untwist this wire, remove it from the vehicle, right? Yes, you're left with this little piece here. You just take a piece of tape. This is low voltage, so one wrap of tape is all you need. And it's not as good as new, but the wire is back in there. You're gonna tape up all the wires together. That's how the car does it, and you'll never see that. And there's no bulky part of solder that's not messy. It makes it easy to remove if there's ever an issue down the road or you just want to have it removed. That's called a military splice, and that's how we do majority of our connections here at Act Audio, unless we're wiring radio harnesses, unless we're outside the vehicle, or we're breaking wires in the car. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions down below, feel free to ask, hit me up, and have a great day.